we're going to finish up today. We've been talking about building that fiscal financial house. And so today we're going to go to wrap it up, we're going to go into the tax world. And so I've got a little trivia game for Mitch Lyons. We'll see how Mitch does. My guess is he'll get most of them right. Might miss one. I don't know. But this is kind of interesting when you think about taxes. And certainly taxes are a big deal. The one big beautiful bill, a lot of tax stuff in there. For me, at 66, I like the extra $6,000 standard deduction that I'm going to get now. I didn't even know I had one of those. At 65, I think I had a $2,000 already standard deduction. I didn't know that. And now I get an extra $6,000. So a lot of things are tax related in the one big beautiful bill. So we're going to have a little fun with taxes. Are you ready to tackle this trivia?
I'm glad you didn't tell me this yesterday. I would have been up all night with anxiety about stress, or about the stress of taking a test. So I'm glad you waited.
The night before a big game, Michigan State versus Michigan. Did you beat Michigan while you were there?
I did. 1990, we beat them when they were number one. Went down to Ann Arbor and shocked the world a little bit. The dramatic last second stop on a 2-point conversion to get the win.
So you only beat them once.
I only beat them once, but that one sticks in my mind. I just focus on that one.
Exactly.
Well, it's funny because my last 2 years there, I was thinking about this. I had 17 catches over my last 2 years. My senior, I had 12, which was an MSU record at the time, and it stood for quite a while. But I actually caught 14 balls that day. 2 of them got called back by penalty. Another 2, one was thrown on my feet and one I just flat out dropped. So I had 16 balls thrown at me, which, today they call those targets, but that was unheard of for an MSU tight end. It just happened to be the perfect storm where I got the ball a lot that day, but we lost, so it didn't really matter.
Oh, that was in that one. Yeah. So you think about the rivalries, Michigan State, those are so fun. And when you beat them once, when they're number one in the country, that's a pretty good one to remember right there. Yeah, all right. So we're going to talk about taxes here. There's a little trivia for you. And this one, I'm going to give you multiple choice, so you have an opportunity here, right? I don't want to just you come up with some random date. So here you go. When was the federal income tax created? 1776, 1804, 1861, or 1913?
Well, with today's politics, that seems almost like it would have been as soon as the country was created in 1776, but I know that's not accurate. So I believe it was 1913.
1913 is the first federal income tax we had. There were 400 pages in our tax code. Now there's well over 70,000, by the way. But the actual answer is actually Abe Lincoln, 1861, Civil War time. You think about taxes, when our highest tax rates are, it's almost always around a war, isn't it?
Wars.
Yeah.
They're expensive.
They are. World War I, World War II, so like your highest tax times at all. So actually the first federal income tax was created in 1861. Now that one didn't last that long. It only lasted 10 years. So it was really to get through the Civil War. But then in 1913, the 16th Amendment established the federal income tax system that we know today. So I'll give you a lot of credit for that one. 1913, I would like that. 1861 was the first.
Those tax rates were a little lower back then.
They were a little different, that's for sure. Now, the income levels were much different back then as well as what they are today, yes. All right, here's another one. This is a good one. What was the first tax deadline when the modern federal income tax was established? So you think about this. This is filing your taxes. So was it January 1? February 14th, why not put it with Valentine's Day? Makes perfect sense. We want you to be happy at one part of that. Or March 1st, or was it April 1st? Why not have April Fools for tax day?
Oh, boy, I don't really know. I'm guessing it wasn't January 1 because I think that would have driven the tax preparers crazy trying to get it all done in one day. I'm gonna say February 14th just because it seems absurd. Let's go with that. And maybe they did it because they knew you're going to be upset writing that check, but then you got to spend the night with the love of your life, so it took your mind off.
Exactly. I like that theory, but it was actually March 1st in 1913 when they started the first federal income tax. It was March 13. It was March 1st. By 1919, though, they had pushed it back to March 15th because we can't get it done on the 1st. We need a little bit of a break, so they moved it to March 15th. And that remained the filing deadline until 1955. And the IRS said it would help their employees and tax filers to give an additional month to get all the paperwork done. And that's how they moved it to April 15th. So it started on March 1st.
And even that's not enough for most people or a lot of people, and they file those extensions anyway. So
they still do. So
procrastination.
Exactly. It could be December 1st. So they were like, I need a little bit more time. More time. All right, this is an interesting question. The job of a tax preparer is female dominated. True or false?
I'm going to go with true, although I'm not 100% sure on that one. But that's the point of a multiple choice. I'll go true.
Yes, absolutely. And I think I've had my taxes done by this lady, and I think she's in her 70s. I think a lot of CPAs, like H&R Block and all those firms, they get retired people to come in during the tax season. They get a little extra money. They like doing it. Gives them something to do. But the research firm Zippia found that 65% of all tax preparers are women. The average age, 47. I don't know if I've had anybody that young do my taxes. But the majority of these tax preparers are in New York and Chicago. That is not really surprising, I would say that. So there you go. True. Most tax preparers are female. Now, here's another true or false. Give you another easy one or an easy choice. It's either yay or nay, true or false. Your Social Security benefits are the only source of income guaranteed to be tax-free.
Don't we wish? I know that one's false.
That one is false. It says because in 1935 is when FDR started Social Security. We're never going to tax this money. You've already paid into it. That's how we're going to set it up. So you're not going to be taxed. Well, in 1983, they decided, we need a little bit more money, the government, so we're going to tax you up to 50% on Social Security. 1993, hey, we need a little bit more money. We're going to tax you up to 85% on your Social Security. The crazy thing about that, Mitch, is 1983, 1993, when they put those in, 50 and 85% tax on your Social Security, they have never changed the dollar amounts to hit those totals.
Yeah. Well, why would they, right? I mean, they don't want to give us any break. So yeah, it's become more and more burdensome as time goes on. So that's another hurdle you have to jump in retirement is dealing with that issue. The issue of taxes. We talked about tax preparers. Tax preparers prepare your taxes. They're looking backwards to determine what you owe. You really need to be working with a tax planner, and that's we try to help with that. We're not CPAs, but we work in conjunction with CPAs to help you plan going forward because so many variables when it comes to your retirement income and how much of it you keep, which is the key.
And the traditional 401ks and IRAs that you haven't been taxed, so you start taking that money out. You got to have a strategy for that. All right, here's another one. Which state offers an exemption from income taxes for people age 100 and over? It should be all 50 states. If you've hit the age of 100, you've done your due diligence in paying taxes. You shouldn't have any taxes anymore. But this is a state that offers an exemption from income taxes for people age 100 or over. Is it Texas? Is it Kentucky? Is it Michigan? Is it New Mexico?
Oh boy, I'm gonna go Texas. They've got no state income tax, so maybe they give you a total break once you're age over age 100 too. No, I don't think people live that long here. It's too depressing with all the clouds and snow and rainy days, and so probably not.
Actually, it's a good guess though. You'd think Texas, no income tax and all of that. Texas, Florida, those kind of states, and especially Florida's got so many people probably would have the most centenarians. Those 100 years probably have the most. They still need the tax money. It's actually New Mexico. And beginning in the 2002 tax year, people over age 100 who are not dependents of others are exempt from filing and paying New Mexico personal income taxes. New Mexico.
That gives you a little extra push when you get to age 98, 99, just to hang on so you can stop paying taxes for a couple of years, right?
That should be all 50 states. That kind of makes sense. You hit 100. You've done your job. You don't need to be taxed anymore. All right, let me give you a little bonus here in our final minute of the show. Our American symbol, Uncle Sam, right? You got to pay taxes. Uncle Sam's going to get part of that IRA and 401k. Uncle Sam is based on businessman Sam Wilson, founding father Samuel Adams, General Sam Houston, or Sam I Am from Green Eggs and Ham.
Boy, I don't know. That's kind of curious. I never even thought about that. I'm going to say Sam Adams, maybe, as a patriot.
That. Yeah, it makes sense. But it's actually Sam Wilson. He was a businessman during the War of 1812, and he supplied barrels of beef to the Army, and the barrels were stamped U.S. So that identification led to the widespread use of the nickname Uncle Sam. How about that?
Now we know.
Yeah, now we know.